We, Martijn and Helene, are on our way to Chateau Cortils, Blenny in Belgium, where Frank and Lilly Colaris live. They live there in a residential community. They have developed a revolutionary water purification system that makes the purest drinking water for the entire castle. We will meet them and hear from them how this beautiful system works.
Welcome at Chateau Cortils. My name is Lilly, this is Frank.
Hello.
We are living here in this beautiful place, and we are living here with 13 people in a self-sustainable community. I would like to show you what we do here.
Yes. Well, we're going to show you how this works. Please come with us.
So here you can see Chateau Cortils is quite big. So besides the 13 people living here, we got 65 places for people to come and stay with us, to sleep here, to drink and eat here, to stay here. And so we need a lot of water for all of them so they can get their showers and everything.
Well, here we are with the income of the water what we use to clean up. Because we have a challenge in Chateau Cortils. We live here, namely in Belgium, in Wallonia. And well, there is a little village where the water comes from that has no sewage. So when you think about it, it's sewage water, you know. Comes here, goes through to our pond.
Yes.
And this water we need because it is the well that we have is too undeep. So most of the year we cannot use the well. And then we have the rainwater. It's also not enough actually to provide for so many people. So here we have the pond. It's a fairly big one, 8,000 cubic meters of water. And well, actually here also the magic starts to happen because the parts, the bacteria, etc. You know, it's food for all the plants and everything lives here. So here we have the pond, and here we're going to take the water in. Now this is a special pump because it works on on air pressure. So instead of pumping the water actually far away, and this is also a challenge because we have a field, it's 1 mile away and 65 meters high. So that's pretty damn high. And so you need a lot of pressure. Now to do this, we invented this pump. It works on air pressure. So we push the water actually up with the power of air. So here we are with the entrance actually of the water cellar. And here you see a field with the storage units actually on top. And the storage units are so in the earth, 10 cubic meters per storage unit. So there we store the rainwater, the well water and the water that comes from the pond. And from there on we're going to make it clean. So this is actually where the water comes directly from the pond and from the rainwater and from the well. So everything is gathering around here. And here is also the first step in our cleaning process. So this is carbon. And it will take care actually of the organic material, like algae, etc. Yeah. And then it will go on further to the next one. So actually this is the next step. This is a sand filter. So it's built by ourselves actually, with our ideas that we have. It's different than normal sand filters actually what you find in the market. And, but it does a fantastic job. It's really big because, well, with that you don't need a lot of water to regenerate it actually. But here you have the sort of sand filter and our normal filters 10 and 1 micron. And when the water goes through this, it goes also to a UVC lamp and to get rid of the bacteria because you don't want that. Now, doing this step, you have actually water that is clean and clean with 1 micron. And you have to understand that after 1 micron, actually, You have all the minerals, but also all the chemicals are still in there. But you lose actually the organic material. So this is a part actually of our system. This is actually where everything is, makes a difference. Because beyond this wall, we have 10 cubic meters storage capacity. And in this storage capacity, there is a very small pump. It uses approximately 30 watt per hour. Yeah? And this water will go through this one, and after that, this one. Vitalizers. Yes? And those two vitalizers, they make it possible that we lose all the chemicals. But remember, there is no filter in it. So no filter, and we lose all the chemicals. Now this is a big difference. And why? Well, most of the people and most of the systems actually we know, they take in water and they throw away the waste. It comes back in the environment. So nobody cleans something actually. The pollution gets worse and worse and worse because nobody will clean it up. In this system it's totally different. Here we take 100% of clean or really wastewater, we take it in and we make 100% clean drinking water and we have no waste. No waste, that means all the chemicals are gone.
Hey Frank, but how is this possible?
Yeah, you think matter stays matter, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
That's not true. That's actually what we learned actually in this process. Matter actually doesn't exist. It's information, what's all about. And we know that about quantum physics actually. We learned that. You know, many universities are really busy with studying this phenomenon. Mm-hmm. But this is nature. And when we understand nature, when we really understand it, then you can find such solutions. And the beautiful part about it is that it doesn't need maintenance, yeah? It doesn't need power, it does it because nature wants to have it, it wants to do it, it does it from itself. Mm-hmm. We only create this, that it can do it. You know? So we have to facilitate actually this kind of, well, let's say magic. It's not, but you know, it looks magic, it sounds magic, but it's not. It's a universal law, and we have to understand that. So in the water cellar, there was a talk about what does actually matter. Because I told you, matter actually doesn't exist. It's information. And it turns into matter, this information. Now we learned this just doing it. And we're going to tell you a little bit of how we are going to do it. So we start with water, because water is actually the information carrier. We learned that from Dr. Emoto, for instance. So we put two types of frequencies in the water.
Yes.
And those are, my darling?
Love and gratitude. And what is important to know, that water has power to influence other waters. So if there's a water which is full of love and gratitude, and there's another water very close moving around it, that's what's happening in our system, it's flowing left to the left, making an 8 and going to the right around the water, and the water will start to change. It will start to change into this love and gratitude.
So what we do is actually we start with water. We start putting the information into the water. So it's really powerful. And this water we put in an egg, in a real egg. In this case an ostrich egg or an egg from a duck. Now it doesn't actually matter what kind of egg it is, but it has to be a real egg. Because an egg has actually the Fibonacci code in it. You know, every egg is perfect. Out of every egg can come life. And that's the power of nature. The egg is actually the most important form in the whole universe. Because everything, every living thing comes out of an egg. Even a womb from a mother has actually the shape of an egg. And moving on further, you can see if you photograph an aura from a man or a tree or anything else, it has always the shape of an egg. So the egg is actually, how do you say it? It gives actually
Protection.
protection. Yes, thank you. Yeah, protection of
And-
life itself.
Yeah.
So we put the water, put it in an egg, we get this enormous, well, how do you say, field actually of love and gratitude. But what it does is much more than that. Because actually the water will go back to where, how it was, to the source, to where it actually started all.
The original
Yeah.
source.
Yes. And this source, there is no chemical. It's man-made. Yeah. So everything we made here actually for man, it's not in the, how do you say it, in the information of source. So it goes back. And then after that process, it's just like it was never there in the first place. We cannot find any trace of any chemical left what man made. And it doesn't matter what it is. Can you imagine? So this is very powerful.
Yes.
And it works only, well,
Yes.
love and gratitude.
Yes. That's it.
That's it.
Bye bye.